Helo, symai, a chroeso cynnes unwaith eto I Stadiwm Principality ar noson oer yn y brif ddinas. Hello and a very warm welcome once again to the Principality Stadium as the Road to Principality series continues, supported by Go.Compare. One match for you tonight. It's the WRU Inter-District Cup final between Mid-District and Monmouthshire County. And it's going to be a great game for sure. And here are the players representing Mid-District. Dyma'r tîma fydd yn gwisgo gwyrdd heno yma. The forwards, Ryan Shewell, Jack Williams, Aidan O'Donoghue, David Thomas, David Smith. And in the back row, Lee Morris. Captain Adam Phillips wearing 7, Dewi Morris 8. The half-backs, Tane Davis 9, Jordan Jones 10. Jordan Williams and Matthew Lewis combining at 12 and 13. On the wings, Craig Jones and Kieran Richards. With number 15, Daniel Lewis. And the replacements, Jared Bowen, Shane Williams. I assume it's not that Shane Williams. Darren Jones, David Hefford, Kieran Hill, Nathan Webber, Tom Morgan and Rhys Bow. And in the blue of East District or Monmouthshire County, the forwards Owain DeMello, Ewan Burrows wearing 2, Matthew Jones the tight head prop. The second rows, Llewellyn Edwards, Dan Greenway. Back rowers Corey Thomas, Kirk Lewis, the captain also wearing 7, and number 6 Corey Burton. Jamie Payne will be wearing 9, and the vice captain Richard Powell in the 10 jersey. Lewis Bassett and John Daniels, the centre partnership, 12 and 16. And Casey Rumis, 11 on the left wing, and Mason Parfitt on the right wing, with Aneurin Williams at full-back. And the replacements, Macaulay Dimmick, Michael Bush, Paddy Higgins, Stephen Osborne, Freddie Isaac, Dex Lewis, Tom Edwards, and Pat James makes up the substitutes. And joining me once again in the commentary box, Wyn Griffith. Looking forward to this one, Wyn. It's good to have this competition staged at the best arena in the world, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, very much so. I can hark back to the days when county rugby was the pinnacle for any number of players, particularly in West Wales. It was a strong competition as I remember it, and it's a shame really that we moved away from the county setup, but let's hope that this competition can thrive, and certainly you try and telling these boys on display and show tonight that you know, it's a Mickey Mouse competition, if you like, but no, it's anything but. It's an opportunity to play on the biggest stadium of all in Wales, and whatever happens, they will remember this night for as long as rugby is played.
Here also in the commentary booth is Chris Morgan, one of the organisers of the competition. And for yourself, Chris, this competition is only reborn essentially a few years ago, and it's great to see it gathering pace once again.
Yes. Yeah, Owen, yeah, this is the second year of the competition running. It's a fantastic occasion for the players. I'd like to thank the WRU for hosting it tonight. It's a fantastic occasion for these young men. They don't often get the opportunity to play at this level. Last year, Mid-District were in the final where they lost against West Wales. Close game, 33-17. So tonight, probably they're hoping to go one better, and I think it's going to be an evenly matched game.
Yeah, it was even closer, but for a yellow card, I seem to recall, late in the game. It was a hugely competitive match, West against East. But tonight, well, Mid-District, Abercarn and the like, of course, and Nantaglo and Penygraig, Watstone, Tonorefail, all familiar club names with proud histories against a solid Monmouthshire County outfit.
Yeah, clubs like Tylerstown, Wattstown, number of teams who play their rugby in Division 3, Division 4. And in terms of where these players play their club rugby, what's the qualification process in representing your district? Is it kind of which leagues are these players allowed to be represented? Can they be in the Premiership, or do they have to be in that kind of lower Division 3 down kind of tier of rugby?
We started off last season with players from Division 3, 4 and 5. We're going to expand it next year to players playing in Division 2. With the end goal, we're trying to bring back the old, if you remember back in the day, we used to have the old Welsh districts with the junior union, the Welsh Rugby Union. that's long gone now, unfortunately. But no, this is something which could be reborn. We'll get a Welsh clubs cap, and hopefully next year as well we are pursuing the avenue of getting a women's inter-district competition going. The women's game is growing, and it's only right that we try and pursue that avenue, and hopefully we can get a women's competition up and running and playing on the stadium next year as well.
And the teams, as you see on the field, along with the refereeing party. The referee tonight is Richard Jones, assisted by Rhodri Morgan and Gareth Simmons, with a third official, Mark Jones, on the touchline. And it's going to be the green of Mid-District, playing from right to left. Jordan Jones to kick off. With Monmouthshire receiving the ball in their all-blue strip. And the question is, are they going to play rugby from the off? Are they going to run everything from everywhere, and they're going to play some sensible rugby? Because we say every game, don't we, or every week here, when it's a big old park.
Well, Mid-District have been here before, so they will remember 12 months ago to keep their powder dry, so to speak. It's a long old game, and it's a big old pitch, as you say, and they'll need to keep something in the tanker for that final quarter.
So this is Jack Williams wearing 2 for Mid-District. Possession in the half of Monmouthshire County. Ball's well taken. Williams gets the ball in the traditional hooker position now in the rolling ball at the tail. Tane Davis tries to release the back line. Stepping inside, weaving, bobbing. Bit of a high tackle maybe on Jordan Williams inside centre. Play goes on. Again, good start by Mid-District. Back for the penalty advantage in midfield.
Yeah, Jordan Williams at centre for Mid-District looks quite a handful, doesn't he? Use that left arm to good effect, and an opportunity for Mid-District to open the scoring.
Yeah, slight miscommunication in midfield does potentially show. How often would these players be able to train? Obviously not as often maybe as they were with their clubs.
Yeah, I think Mid-District had a few training sessions because they knew earlier on, a few months ago, they were in the final. It's been quite difficult for Monmouth County because only last week they played the final game against East District, where they beat them 44-10 up in Machen. So it was important that that game was played to enable the final to be played tonight.
And that's a lovely nudge between the sticks. And in the first couple of minutes, Mid-District, thanks to the boot of Jordan Jones, take an early lead.
Yeah, well-struck penalty from the outside half from Tonner Efail. Drawing first blood. And these two teams, they played back in February, and the Mid-District defeated Monmouthshire by 24 points to 20. So just the one score in it, they're evenly matched.
And respect. More of the same tonight with the restart taken by Aneurin Williams, the fullback. And here he is, spreads out to the fly half, Richard Powell, the former Merthyr, Pontypool and Bedwas fly half. And the blue shirts with their first opportunity with ball in hand to threaten that wall of green. Wayne Dimolo getting over the ball, but he's lost it to his counterpart, Ryan Shewell. Turnover ball for Mid-District, chipping downfield, turning. Mason Parfitt wearing 14. And that's a good nudge downfield. Was it a 50-20?
Must have been close, yes,
yeah.
It is. Yeah, well spotted, came from that turnover, didn't it? And the gap was spotted, and a well-placed kick takes the Mid-Districts deep into Monmouthshire territory in the 22.
Williams to David Thomas at the front, being tipped down before the rolling ball organises on this occasion. Shewell, the loose head again involved, absorbs the tackle. Jack Williams, he's been busy early doors. Good carry, keeps pumping those legs. 5 metres short, change of direction. There's an opportunity, and it's a score. Matthew Lewis, wearing 13, crashes over. And Mid-District, using maybe the defeat of last season to spur them on early doors in this cup final.
Came initially from that turnover, didn't it? And the 50-22 line out, well won by the Mid-District, and Tyne Davis, the call had been made, and through the gap made to look easy by Matthew Lewis.
So a perfect start to Mid-District. Penalty and a try within the opening 5 minutes. Tougher kick for Jordan Jones on his left peg. Oh, beautifully curls that one over. I'm sure a few over in Cardiff City Stadium would be proud enough with that effort.
I can tell where your heart is tonight, Owen. But good skills on show, Brian. Good skills.
Chris.
Yeah, some good rugby being played now early on in the game. Mid-District got off to a good start. These two teams met earlier on in the season. It was a close game with Mid-District winning 25 points to 20 up in Pennegraig. So it's nice to see some good skills being shown at this moment in time.
So Mid-District 10, Monmouthshire County 0. The boys in blue need to wake up and get back into this one. Richard Powell, the experienced Powell, knocking that one forward, presenting the possession back to the Mid-District team. Green shirts flooding forward. Jack Williams again, not shy in offering himself to carry the ball. Long looping ball out by Jordan Jones. Little chip forward there. Plenty of bodies out wide. Lovely kick. Well tackled by John Daniels, maybe. That's good play by Mid-District, showing some variety to their play. There's a good solid tackle on him by Aidan Williams, the full-back covering. There's another penalty.
A good pressure rugby from Mid-District, and started by that box kick from Tyne Davis. Saw him practice those kicks prior to the match here, close to the touchline, and that one certainly paid off, putting pressure on Richard Powell in particular. Good follow-through from the forwards, and this has led to an opportunity for Jordan Jones.
Another good nudge by Jordan Jones. And quickly enough, with little under 8 minutes on the clock, Mid-District are quickly racking up the points, 13 points to 0. So Chris, if you may, for the less educated of us in this competition, when would the Mid-District side would have formed, and the competition had a bit of a hiatus and we reformed, you spoke about last year. So what's the kind of history, and when did that gap kind of happen, and why bring it back?
I think it's important to bring the competition back. Back I think it's about 15, 20 years ago. This was a formidable competition, this along with the counties competition. But all that disappeared, and there was nothing left for the community game to play any representation rugby. So myself and representatives from other districts got together, and we thought, it's a fantastic occasion to bring representative rugby back, to give players an opportunity to play for the districts which they come from. And a showcase being played on the stadium here tonight is fantastic for these players.
Is it a case perhaps of no room in the calendar for these matches to take place? It's a pretty full programme for the clubs.
Yeah, it is difficult to get the games in, but what we try and do, we play the games during the Autumn Internationals and the Six Nations, so we program it all out, so they're not conflicting with the clubs, because there is difficulty playing club rugby and then playing inter-district rugby on the Wednesday night. So you've got to be aware of player welfare, especially at the community game level. So we do plan it out not to conflict with the clubs. But unfortunately this year, you know, the weather as bad as it's been a quite difficult season this year to get these games played. But thankfully, you know, both districts, Monmouth and Mid-District, have worked hard behind the scenes, the committees and the volunteers put exceptional work in to get these games played. And like you said, a fantastic opportunity for these players to be here tonight playing.
Yeah, change for Monmouthshire County as they concede a penalty at the scrum. Dex Lewis coming on for Richard Powell. And that would be a blow for Monmouthshire, losing such an experienced player. Mid-District wasting no time at all. Lee Morris with the carry. Opportunity to go wide. Quick hands, quick ball. Lewis playing the corners. Good nudge downfield. Well, Powell's still there on the field. Maybe limping a bit. That's a touch finder to safety. Doesn't gain much ground because of the kick being from under the sticks.
Yeah, Mid-District wasting no time whatsoever, are they? Taking that quick line out and causing problems again. Neat little kick down the left flank here from the try scorer, Matthew Lewis.
Yeah, and the change is being made now. Dex Lewis on the way to the field. Richard Powell limping off.
Yeah, last year it was Dan Lewis limping off. Saw him there. No, my mistake. That's an Erin Williams. Yeah, Dan Lewis from the Mid-Districts last year. Limped off after scoring a try, I seem to recall.
Williams to the tail. Good throw to Morris. Again, the rolling maul is formed. Winning a metre or two. Referee says that's one stop. May have to use it here. On the scissors, Jordan Williams seems to be a strong carrier. Need to roll away. Forwards trucking it up. Couple of holes in the defence numbers on the short side. Again, Monmouthshire struggling in the contact, losing ground. Good step by Ryan Shewell. Numbers flooding left. But it's a steal on the floor. Timely steal by Lewis Bassett.
Yeah, good work there by Monmouthshire County on the floor. Ryan Shewell takes some stopping, but considering that the Mid-Districts, nor Monmouthshire for that matter, are an established side, they're putting moves together, there's a good understanding between players, and they're looking good at the moment for their 13-point advantage.
So who would your district would have been, Chris? Who do you play for, or who do you represented?
District D, which is Central Glamorgan, that's the district I come from. So we compromise the teams from Neath, Talbot, Maesteg and Bridgend, and Garw and Ogmore and Pontycumber Valleys.
I'm here representing District J, which is North Wales, and
I'm District H. Down west.
Well, interesting you should mention District J and District H. It's quite important. We encompass the whole of Wales, and we are in discussions to bring them into the competition. It's difficult at the moment with the logistics of it all, but we are looking at avenues, and hopefully next year with the leagues going down to 10, we'll have more free weekends. So I think it's important that we encompass everybody, particularly North Wales and down Pembrokeshire.
Because the M4 does come as far as Croissants, and there's a a new road being built the other side of Whitland.
Yeah.
not for the units as I come down, but for the players to come up.
Yeah, just a knock on the field in the 22.
Yeah, I think District H will get involved before District J probably, Owen.
Yeah.
Because the A470 and the A487.
Well, there's a new bridge in Machynlleth, and I'm not sure if that'll help.
Helps. Yes, yes.
Oh, this is the try. So this is the only try of the first half. Jack Williams with the best, powering the legs, putting the blue shirt of Monmouthshire on the back foot. Yeah, change direction. And an easy score in the end for Matthew Lewis to crash over. The Mid-District have been good value for their money. Catching Monmouthshire County a bit cold maybe on this Wednesday night in Cardiff.
Yeah, looking here at Monmouthshire, they got a proud tradition against international opposition dating back to 1906, and as recent as 1969, Monmouthshire defeated South Africa at Eugene Cross Park.
Because if I recall properly, the district teams would have combined for a Wales district's international team. Would that be the case? And they were playing in internationals, I'm guessing, because I remember when I played for North Wales 20 years ago, whatever it would have been, there were rumours of playing against Germany or Belgium.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the Welsh districts, which was like the junior districts of the Welsh Rugby Union. So you had the senior member club districts, but you had the Welsh districts, which was a step below this. I know a couple of players from my club, Glencorrog, had Welsh districts caps, but that's all been disbanded now. But we are trying to follow that model to bring a Welsh clubs caps back, where we can play like the developing nations within Rugby Europe. You got Israel. You got your Maltas, you got Sweden, you got Switzerland, you got teams like that always looking for opposition. So again, it's another sort of thing which we're looking at in the future to develop the game at this level.
And Monmouthshire with rare ball in this opening quarter of the inter-district final. Wearing 21 on his back is the replacement Dex Lewis. The numbers here opting for the boot and Erin Williams. Now there's a counter-attacking opportunity. Dragged down Kieran Richards, 14. Again, Jack Williams has been impressive early on. Oh, change of direction. Catching the Monmouthshire County short on the right-hand side. Good ground made once again by Kieran Richards. It's all green at the moment, isn't it? Adam Phillips, the captain, running at pace. It's wave after wave of green shirts. Again, some good skills being shown on a dry evening in Cardiff. Perfect playing conditions. With the pitch holding up well after, I'm guessing maybe with a combination of under 11s to under 18s. We've had nearly 20 games over the last week or so. More maybe.
Yeah, 9 of these mid-district players who start the game tonight, they were here 12 months ago, so they've got experience of playing here on the Principality Stadium turf, and they showing that experience early on. Good play again from Matthew Lewis at centre for mid-district. Certainly impressed, and change of direction as well to keep Monmouthshire guessing.
Again, it's the green shirts going forward, a powerful scrum for mid-district. Seems foreboding, doesn't it, for the remainder of the game. Yeah, the green shirts of the mid-district backing themselves, going to the corner. Although John Jones has been laser sharp with his boot towards the sticks, that must be said. They're kind of splitting that front row. I think Goodman need to go, and Jack Williams getting the ball back in hand here. Well, I've lost my money. And again, it is a rolling ball for mid-district. That's just fallen short. An opportunity to come back left. Needing support on the floor. Shewell's there, along with Dewi Morris, the number 8. Or Lee Morris, I should say. Back left, again trying to catch that Monmouthshire County side. Short of numbers. Well marshalled this time.
Good defensive effort there from Monmouthshire, but the mid-district forwards, they're hungry for possession, aren't they? And playing for each other.
Any chance to check because Lee Morris 6 and Dewi Morris 8 any relation? Important throw for Ewan Burrows. Oh, it's a little sneaky one at the front, using Llewellyn Edwards. Now then, counter-attacking ball mid-district. Good tackle on Kieran Richards. But it's another attack using the hooker, who's pummeled backwards by Kirk Lewis.
That was a huge kick from Aidan Williams, wasn't it? Didn't quite find touch. And the pressure back on Monmouthshire. Good tackle on Kieran Richards.
Same question again, 13 to 15. Lewis, both play for Watertown. That's a penalty this time to the boys in blue. They need something to change, don't they?
Yeah, the biggest smile on the face of Monmouthshire hooker Ewan Burrows.
There's a touch finder to relieve some pressure. It's been one-way traffic in the opening 20 minutes of this contest. Mid-district 13 points to the good. Scored all those points in the opening 8 minutes. So Monmouthshire maybe finding their foothold. Shortened line, 5-man. Over the top, given away. Another opportunity for mid-district to counter-attack on the short angle. Jordan Williams. Coming to the left, head down Matthew Lewis. So it's there once again. Clean ball. Tane Davis fires it out, using his forward, Dewi Morris. Again, eating up meters. The boys in green. Jack Williams. Prolific first half, but turned over.
Good work there by Monmouthshire. I like the work of this mid-district side. Good communication. Putting phases of play together.
Chris, may be fair to say that they are the most experienced side coming here and showing that they have played a bit more rugby together in terms of their patterns and flow of play.
Yeah, they look in a well-drilled team at the moment, and I'm sure them extra training sessions is boding well at this moment in time. But no, give credit to Monmouth at this moment in time. They defended well for the last 5 minutes, and they're under a bit of pressure. It'd be nice if they can get it back into the game and score a few points.
A bit of a knock in the backfield, but back on his feet. Difficult to say. I think it's the blindside flanker playing at 8, Corey Burton. Got 6 in his back, playing from the tail of the scrum. So it gives Ewan Burrows a bit more time to organise the remaining 7 up front.
Yeah, Corey Burton still hobbling.
Again, 5-man the call. Burrows again overshoots it. There's a little kick through, the chase is on. And that's a good stab through as well.
Wicked bouncing ball.
Maybe tried and attempted to keep that infield, but nevertheless it puts Monmouthshire back under pressure. And considering the Burrows and his fellow forwards have missed the last 2 lineouts, I'm sure nerves will be tingling. Oh, stolen. Good tip. And there's space out wide. That Monmouthshire backline has to rush forward. 5 metres, 4 metres, 3 metres. Jordan Williams. Fired out. Green shirts there. Well taken. One more pass. Oh! It was an open lane for Kieran Richards, but he couldn't take the pass.
I should have gone first time, really, shouldn't it, from Jordan Williams. A little bit selfish, possibly, because there were any number of players out wide.
Good hands. Well taken by Lewis. The miss pass wasn't needed, really. And there were 2 or 3 green shirts out there that could have easily cantered in unopposed. So chance gone begging for Kieran Richards. And he'll be pleased just to look at the board and know that his side are 13 points to the good, and that at the moment anyway, that failed opportunity isn't going to influence the scoreboard all too much. But when we've seen some good skills from mid-district, fair play to them, they play some good rugby.
Yeah, excellent rugby, and that man in the frame there at centre, Matthew Lewis, and Jordan Williams, the Watstown centre pairing. You can tell that they know exactly what one another, each player is going to do. There seems to be a bit of a telepathy between them.
Potato soup tonight as well, by the way. Oh, that's bobbled out. Monmouthshire County under pressure. And it turned over. No. Hands on the deck by mid-district. So penalty to Monmouthshire County. They are hanging on here. Line now struggling. Scrums under pressure. And without a base, what a platform for possession. They're struggling for an exit strategy. See, it's just miscommunication. And they do well to recover. I think it was Adam Phillips, the mid-district captain, with his hands on the floor. That's better, safer ball, they win it. Dan Greenway with the ball in the air, releasing the backs. Over the top, is that forward? It's bounced forward, that's for sure.
Yeah,
spotted by the referee.
4 metres forward, I think. But Monmouth desperate to get out of their own 22.
Yeah, it's just not happening for them at the moment. With approaching half an hour on the clock, you've got a feeling that they can survive the first half, get to the sheds, have a word, and regroup. That they can maybe hammer out any problems in the first half communication. So it's Tane Davis wearing 9 for mid-district to feed. That's a better performance in the scrum for Monmouthshire, putting the green shirts in a little bit of pressure. Flat pass into the hole. Jordan Williams, one more. And Matthew Lewis is in again for his second. And as easy as that, the green shirts are up to 18.
Yeah, good work here, and it's that Watstown combination again, that centre. Jordan Williams targeting John Daniels, number 16, playing at centre for Monmouthshire. And a second try for Matthew Lewis.
Yeah, it's good running from Jordan Williams, running at gates, not at the walls. Just changing his direction and finding a hole. So the conversion attempt is once again by Jordan Jones, 100% for the evening. And he's pulled that one to his frustration. So mid-district 18, Monmouthshire County 0. After 30 or 28 minutes in this first half.
Yeah, good pressure being applied by Monmouthshire in the scrum. They couldn't prevent the ball from coming back on the mid-district side, and all the backs on their toes. An excellent try again for Matthew Lewis.
It's a long restart downfield, trying to box mid-district in there, 22. And that's a better restart for Monmouthshire. They've got possession on the outskirts of the 22. But they need this line out to start functioning. Once again, it's a shortened line, 5 called. Llewellyn Edwards and Dan Greenway will be the targets. Greenway in that orange scrum cap. Fired out by Payne. Now this is a better opportunity. Kirk Lewis well tackled. Round the corner, Owain Demelo. Back inside. Ooh, it's a tip tackle on number 16, John Daniels. Wonder if they more than just a penalty here, because he did land on his head. Does he go over the horizontal? It's just going to be a word. I think if a TMO was here, that would probably be a red card.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone over the horizontal. He's landed on his head. I know it's difficult for the party of 3 in the middle to see everything, but I think when they review that one, they will see they've unfortunately maybe missed the tip tackle. So it's going to be a penalty for Monmouthshire.
Yeah, John Daniels landed heavily, didn't he? And he's carrying a fair bit of weight, so that would have added to the impact. But as ever, the medical backup here at the Principality Stadium is second to none, and they will make sure that he gets every opportunity to recover.
And it's a shame for Monmouthshire that they're building a first rule attack in this area of the field, and it's quickly and abruptly come to an end, and they've got to get in the huddle to keep warm. And we all hope John Daniels, hopefully he'll be okay. He seems to be sat up. Maybe not. Whilst hopefully John Daniels is okay, we'll have a look at the couple of tries we've had in the first half. All come the way of Mid-District, all come the way as well of the outside centre, Matthew Lewis. An easy finish for the first one. All the hard work again done by Jordan Williams, and feeds Lewis into that right-hand corner.
Lewis played it outside half last year and scored a 70-metre try. Could have scored a second one from about 50 metres, but caught right almost on the try line.
And he's playing with his brother Daniel Lewis, the full-back. And it's good to see in this competition, obviously clubs who potentially be rivals in leagues playing together and having to come together for maybe a greater good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure these boys face each other on a regular occasion every season. Like I say, the rivalries between clubs in the Mid-District and Monmouthshire. So, they come from Division 3, 4 and 5 clubs. So I'm sure they face each other on a regular basis on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, John Daniels, good to see he's back on his feet. He's walking off. Yeah, taking a fair bump. But it's good to see him looking well.
Walking off unaided.
But back to the match itself is Mid-District 18, Monmouthshire County 0. A score for Monmouthshire would be a timely boost. Freddie Isaac, the replacement, wearing 13 for John Daniels. Must be said, 16 is usually the replacement hooker, isn't it?
Just looking, actually. The number 13 shirt was, shall we say, not modelled on his physique.
Yeah.
From Blainer, see, Blainer boy is.
Again, it's the line out that's failing the boys in blue. Stolen at the front, which was supposed to be a banker ball, a safe bet. It's hacked off the field, and it's a decent kick considering the angle and the position.
It's a great clearance, wasn't it? Right back from the dead ball line.
It's David Thomas, yeah, just winning the race in the air, isn't he? Goes up quickly. There's nowhere else that he was going to go. He's just covering that front ball. Again, Monmouthshire cutting the line. Greenway, better. He's winning ball. Kirk Lewis, the captain. Now then, Monmouthshire into the 22. Under a bit of pressure. Changing direction, there are numbers. Green shirts trying to flood forward and take the space. If this goes quickly, it's there for Payne. Oh, is that forward? Flat, says the ref.
Not that flat.
Not so flat.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, taken quickly, turning down the 3 points. Lewis Bassett, were they back 10? Going to continue down that left-hand channel. Dumelo seems to be an important ball carrier. Thomas, oh, Burton wearing 6, pumping those legs. It's Adam Phillips all over the ball. He's either won it or he has to release, and the captain for Mid-District does well. And although Monmouthshire County are building an attack, they're improving in this first half.
Yeah, Monmouthshire need to bring in their back row more often. They're looking quite useful, aren't they? Corey Thomas, Kirk Lewis and Corey Burton.
Yeah, they're a big back row, aren't they? Bit of weight in there.
Yeah, Kirk Lewis at 7 with the headgear. He'll be back here next week with the Newport Saracens in Division 3 or 4 final.
Again, Greenway, the target, is a source of possession from that line. Williams on the angle. Dax Lewis. That's a better ball to Neri Williams in again. Rumas. Up the guts they go. Payne. Bringing in the big 8, Corey Thomas. 5 metres short, the boys in blue. They need a score. They've drawn in the forwards. Bassett straightens up, offloads. Dumelo. They're free out on the wide. 5-10 metres to play with. Caught short. Perfect. The wingers coming in looking for work. Maybe they need to use the heavy boys. The scrum half. Payne held just short. One more phase maybe. Green shirt trying to cover that blind side. Oh, he's over. Ewan Burrows. Tries not given. He may have been in front of the ball or part of the ruck. It's back towards the penalty. Not rolling away.
That's great pressure though being applied by Monmouthshire. I'm
not sure of the legality of the tap there by Corey Thomas, but play goes on. Over the line, is he held up? Has he scored? It's in. Good finish by Kirk Lewis. They needed some inspiration, and the captain duly delivers.
Yeah, good work initially, and nice crisp passing, and the ball just held up there by the replacement Dex Lewis. I thought for a second that Mason Parfitt was in, and then the chance fell to Ewan Burrows, the hooker, but it was number 7, Kirk Lewis, that finally broke the deadlock of the whitewash.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the tap was legal. You've got to release the ball from your hands, haven't you? But if you're a Monmouthshire County boy, doesn't matter, the try counts.
They'll take that. Difficult kick here, though, for left-footed kicker.
Yeah, and Erin Williams. Oh, looks like a beauty. It is a beauty.
Oh, a brilliant kick.
It's difficult for you to win, but not for Erin Williams.
Brilliant kick. And Monmouthshire back in the hunt. That'll do them a power of good as we approach half-time.
And if we thought this for a moment was going to be a one-sided affair, Monmouthshire County have something to say for themselves. Mid-District 18, Monmouthshire County 7. That's a good restart right in the 5-metre channel. Well dealt with by the county in the end. And again, the back rows of Monmouthshire carrying the ball but isolated. And it's the hooker, Jack Williams, maybe involved again. And I'm sure when between the three of us, we'll have to decide on the Go.Compare Player of the Match award. I'm sure from a first half of performance, Jack Williams may be in the discussion.
Yeah, I think the two centres are having a good game as well. Jordan Williams, Matthew Lewis.
But it may be premature as we discussing candidates for on a 40-minute performance anyway. But it's going to be Jordan Jones, who missed the previous effort from a similar position. Left footer was really disappointed himself. And again, he's pulled that one. And he seems like a good, solid kicker. Just maybe losing his radar for 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, that was further in field, wasn't it, than his previous attempt, which he missed. But that makes it interesting, or even more interesting, really. 18-7 if Monmouthshire can get another score before the break.
Some good footballing skills by Jordan Williams.
He's a handful, isn't he?
He is playing well. He's busting a few holes. Stocky character, isn't he? One-way traffic for Ryan Shewell. Head down. Oh, and it's a steal. And more decisions and penalties going the way of County.
Yeah, we've already mentioned this man, haven't we? Jordan Williams, causing all sorts of problems. Low centre of gravity, yeah. Using the left arm to good effect. And Daniel Lewis up from fullback, getting no change at all from Corey Burton.
Are we going to use the Scott Gibbs comparison? I just have. Maybe bigger than Scott Gibbs.
No, this is interesting. If they can put the ball down in the corner, and this man's got a pretty good boot on him, Neirin Williams.
Yeah, we're in the final few minutes of this first half.
Yeah, Monmouthshire would have wanted a few more yards, I think, on that kick.
Yeah, they have shown signs of composure in this area of the field. The big question is, can they win the line out? Can they win ball?
Well, it all starts with Ewan Burrows, doesn't it, the hooker?
And then usually Dan Greenway. But they've gone this time towards Edwards. Twisting it towards that narrow side, and they've won a good chunk of ground. The green shirts are on the back foot. Corey Thomas. And that's a disappointing conclusion, but it's accidental with the referee in a way, I believe. So it's going to be scrummed down to County.
Yeah, Monmouthshire looking good there. Burrows setting the platform.
It does seem like it's a team that have lacked training sessions, that are becoming more coherent as the game goes on.
Yeah, they're gathering a bit more confidence now. They're getting a bit more ball, Monmouth, and they're getting back into the game. It'd be nice if they score now before half-time. It'd be a very interesting second half.
Yeah, sloppy header by Jamie Payne at the base. Rushing to get that one out. And the half-time whistle has been blown by Richard Jones. Mid-District in control of the scoreboard. 2 tries to Matthew Lewis, but a response by Kirk Lewis for Monmouthshire County bringing the scores a little bit closer at the change of ends. Mid-District 18, Monmouthshire County 7. Dim naw I 7 ydy'r sgôr ar y hanner. 2 gais I 1. Ac edrych ymlaen at yr ail gyfnod mewn ychydig funudau. Croeso nôl I chi. Welcome back. It is the Inter-District Cup final between Mid-District and Monmouthshire County. It's the men in green ahead from 18 points to 7 at the interval. 18 pwynt I 7 ydy'r sgôr ar y hanner. O blaid y crysau gwyrdd, ond fel y hanner cyntaf yna yn mynd yn ei flaen. Mi oedd crysau glas Sir Fynwy yn tyfu yn gryfach I fewn i'r gêm. Dwi'n siŵr fod nhw'n gobeithio cychwyn yr ail hanner yma efo sgôr cynnar. So it's Monmouthshire County to restart the game with Aneurin Williams. The fullback's left boot sends it into 22. Returned kindly by Jordan Jones's left boot. And it's going to be a line out to the boys in blue. Or was it touched in the air? I'm not sure. I'm looking at the assistant referee. Don't think it was touched. Pointing in the wrong direction. But it's going to be blue ball. Greenway, again a source. Cries of not straight.
Yeah, I think they're right too. But interesting comment made by Chris at the break there. The Mid-District, they're playing more like a club team. No, they haven't played for quite a while, but it's like riding a bike, isn't it? You remember certain skills.
Yeah, some good combinations there. As you said, two centres coming from Watchtown. Jordan Williams and Matthew Lewis. Matthew scoring 2 tries, so they seem to be working well together in the centre. And the Watchtown having a good season this year as well, so that certainly helps. It'll be interesting to see now how Monmouthshire County respond now in the second half. Let's hope they can get back into the game.
Yeah, they came close to scoring a second try towards that first half. They have grown, they've bonded as the first 40 progress, but again, Mid-District looking to strike early in acres of space, but a pass went slightly forward from the hands of Matthew Lewis. Yes, that one there just slips out with the front of the hand.
Yeah, if that had gone to the hands of Kieran Richards, he was in, because there was wide open spaces in front of him. So the Mid-District, they spurred a few chances. And 2 kicks from Jordan Jones not reaching the mark. But still...
And we have to remember that Kieran Richards missed opportunity as well. You know, points racking up that they've missed. Can they be made to pay as we go deeper into this final?
It's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? But if Monmouthshire can score next, they need to score next to make things even more interesting. 2 boys from Abercarn in the front row, Owain Dumlow and Matthew Jones. And strains of Max Boyce come to mind.
Oh, it's a big shove by Mid-District. Ball finds its way out towards Lewis Bassett. Kirk Lewis, the captain, the try scorer, looking for the 50-22. But he punts that into the stands.
Not quite.
Yeah, disappointing. Maybe positionally anyway, not his responsibility to put boot to ball. District's turn to shorten the line. That one fired over. It doesn't look straight either. So both teams struggling at line out. So they opt for the scrum. County.
Yeah, if they can get the nudge on, it's a powerful scrum, isn't it? The Monmouthshire scrum.
Yeah, it's gone both ways, hasn't it? We've seen the green shirts win a yard or two, and then we've seen the blue shirts win a yard or two in their scrum. Again, the green shirt stealing at the far side, has it popped out. It was Adam Phillips with a heel in there. But it does seem at the moment the mid-district seem to have a slight upper hand.
When you read sort of Facebook pages and what have you, looking for some information, what does strike you in particular about the Monmouthshire County? The loyalty of some of these players to their clubs. 100 games, 150, 200, 300 games even. Incredible support and loyalty from these players. So it's only fit and proper that they do get their, not day in the sun, but their evening in the...
But it does also show the values of the community and representing your town and club.
Yeah, it's great what clubs are doing now. Now they're honouring players with caps. I know as a player from my club, Glencorrog RFC, Steve Ledlow played over 500 games. So it's great that clubs recognise the contribution that the players make.
That's unbelievable. 500 games is remarkable. Mid-district coming forward. Do find a way to get it wide. Hacked downfield by Kieran Richards. Not much of an angle for Aneurin Williams. He's blocked as he returns the kick. Monmouthshire County offside. Play goes on. It's been returned. Oh, drop forward by Casey Rumas. That'll be...
He'll be annoyed with himself.
Yeah.
But that was a high hanging kick, wasn't it? Kept one eye perhaps on the incoming mid-district players.
Yeah, the kick had been fired too far downfield, so he's probably thinking, I've got space here. There's a chance to return this with a bit of interest. Some changes being made. He's Matthew Jones wearing 3 on the way off, with Macaulay Dimmick wearing 24 coming on. With also Pat James for Dan Greenway. And Paddy Hickins coming on for Llewellyn Edwards. So mid-district. I'm sure they'd like to get the next score just to get that scoreboard beyond the 2-score game. Mid-district also preparing for some changes. 22 Tom Morgan warming up, and Nathan Webber, number 21 there as well, as the boys on the park in green do the business and win the penalty at the scrum. They've been threatening over the last 2-3 scrums. And it's going to be another shot at goal for Jordan Jones.
Yeah, the new tight head there, I think, was at fault right under the eyes and nose of the referee, boring in.
Which shirt is Trisbo now, sorry? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jordan Jones. After missing 2 consecutively, slots this one over. And mid-district up to 21. With Monmouthshire County on 7, so it's a 14-point game. Monmouthshire restart. Good chase by Dan Greenway, who's still on the field. Good box kick, lands in the 15 channel, knocked backwards, play goes on, blue shirts were onside. But Jordan Williams, no nonsense, gets that one downfield, sliced off the outside of the boot. Not quite what intended. But works out nevertheless, taken quickly. Yeah, the line out is formed according to the referee. So they're back towards the original mark.
Yeah, play is breaking up somewhat now, isn't it? And gaps will open up.
Yeah, some of these players will be back here next weekend. Ewan Burrows were Newport Saracens in the Division 4 Cup final, along with Kirk Lewis, the captain, and the Division 3 Cup final. Blaina will be playing here against Tonner, so a bit of a rehearsal for these players. Great for them to be appearing here twice in a matter of 2 weeks.
Yeah, sometimes you say it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it isn't these days with ample opportunity in the road to Principality.
I think it's great what the WRU are doing, and Mr. Congratulations to the community team, Garen John, Chris Ower and Arad Collins. The work they put into community rugby is absolutely fantastic, giving opportunities to young boys, young girls, disability rugby as well. Road to Principality is a fantastic occasion for the community game in Wales as a whole.
Yeah, I can see Garen John in the tunnel, interested spectator on the far side.
That's better for Monmouthshire. Oh, powerful scrum. It's Double Jones chuffed to bits with their contribution. So that's Macaulay Dimmick in there as well, the replacement hooker. That's a lovely nudge downfield by Aneri Williams. Now the blue shirts are in the 22. Got a little bit of momentum here, a spring in their step. You can say they're up for it when the flankers are up in the lineup before anybody else.
Yeah, Dimmock with the ball here, the sole fleur-de-lis representative, placement hooker.
That's a good throw as well. Greenway, once again the target. Maul goes to ground. Kirk Lewis, the Monmouthshire try scorer. That's better by the blue shirts. And a bit of pressure from Adam Phillips, though, the mid-district captain wearing 7. But it's the blue 7 who sneaks away with the ball. Backwards, says the ref. Play goes on. Good defence in midfield. Switching the play. One-up runners from the Blues. They maybe need to find a few combinations. Lewis looking to float a long one out there, but he thinks wiser to keep it tight down. That's better. The flat pass towards Greenway. A second row. Bounces off his man. And he's over.
That's what you want to see. Big man pummeling his way to the try line. But then, how many times was Kirk Lewis in the moment, the captain, leading by example? Great play by Monmouthshire. They're right back in it.
Yeah, nice to see Monmouthshire getting a try and getting back into the game, building some confidence and go through some phases of play then.
Yeah, it's good to see Greenway as well getting some reward for his effort. He has been an important source of possession from the line out, which was really struggling in the first half. That's a big bounce as well, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely pass from Freddie Isaac, finding the big lockout on the wing.
And that's how it's done in Abercarn.
And Aidan Williams again faced with a tough kick right from the touchline.
A tough kick, but he's already shown he's a accomplished striker of the ball.
That's the angle. It's a narrow angle, isn't it?
Oh, it's pulled. Nearly swerves back inside. Not the best of connections. But mid-district remain in the lead by 21 points to 12.
And this game isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. The replacements for Monmouthshire, up front in particular, certainly making their presence felt.
Jones lifts it high. Knock forward by Tom Edwards. So it's a knock advantage. Looking back for the scrum, which I'm sure Monmouthshire won't mind too much, following the penalty from the previous scrum.
Now that new Monmouthshire front row will take some shifting.
Plenty of weight in there.
Ballast.
As the saying in Welsh goes, llond grys. And here they go, there is space. Monmouthshire showing some adventure with 3 green shirts dropped deep, waiting for the kick. Was nearly fumbled forward by Nathan Webber. He's driven backwards. Monmouthshire flooding forward, sensing an opportunity.
Brilliant.
They get the steal.
Well, there was an angry young man out on the right wing for Monmouthshire there that he didn't receive the pass, and that was Mason Parfitt. But it's worked out.
But it's good identification of space by Monmouthshire. If we see the replay again, there are 3 green shirts in the backfield, dropped really deep, expecting a kick from the 22. So it means there are gaps in the front line defence. That's a good turnover.
You know, Jamie Payne, the scrum half who was in there, he was up quicker than anyone else.
And it's another opportunity for the posts for Aneurin Williams. This attempt a fair bit easier than the previous conversion. Well, that's slotted through the posts.
Yeah, Monmouth County getting back into the game now.
Yeah, when you consider they were 18-0 ahead after about 8 minutes or so, and you thought at that stage that they were going to run away with it. But in fairness, the boys in blue, they've stuck to the task, and now they're right back in it and within 1 score.
And Mid-District 21, Monmouthshire County 15. And for the first time in this contest, the men in green feeling a bit of heat on the scoreboard. There's Paddy Higgins receiving the ball, wearing 23. Clear this time downfield again. There was space to go wide with a number of green shirts laying deep. Not the best of kicks, that said. And hitting the gas, Matthew Lewis sends a kick infield, needs to be dealt with. Covers there by Aneurin Williams. Could be a drop out beneath the posts. Williams just organising his forwards. Not a bad restart. It's there for Webber. A good return for the winger. Jack Williams, he's been quiet, hasn't he, in the second half. Brings in his captain, Adam Phillips. Around the corner. Good carry, Shane Williams. Wins 10 metres or so after the initial contact. Davis changes back towards his hooker. Matthew Lewis, he's got 2 to his name. Looking for a hat-trick. Quick hands by Tane Davis. Again, Shane Williams, who's instigated this attack. Involved again. Monmouthshire seem to have organised their defence. Looking to put pressure on the ball in the ruck. Oh, on the outside arc, gets his hands free, the good offload. But the pass by David Smith doesn't find Craig Jones on the left flank. And another opportunity goes begging.
An opportunity once again created by Matthew Lewis. You can see the outside half in him, can't you?
Some big hits on the field, but this is the chance. He gets outside of Corey Burton. If that final pass goes to hand, the try was there to be scored. And that Monmouthshire line out has improved vastly as this game has gone on. It's a long box downfield, does well to find the gaps. Webber returns the kick. Not enough on that one to challenge for the 50-22, but it does buy some time for his forwards.
It's not often we've been able to say good work of the line-outs by Monmouthshire, but they coped well under pressure, deep inside their own 22.
And here come mid-district. They've won the ball. They're now in midfield. Scanning. Tame Davis goes left.
Yeah, Monmouthshire got the measure of Jordan Williams now, haven't they? Couldn't cope with him in the opening quarter.
It's a kick downfield, doesn't find touch. But under pressure, without the angle, not much on that one. So it is a gain for mid-district. They get the line out on the 22 at the far side. Further changes for mid-district. We've seen number 19, David Hefford, comes on into the second row. There's a change at scrum half as well. That's Nathan Webber wearing 21, the scrum half. 2 21s now on the field. One at full-back and one at scrum half. Hi again. Let's go for 21 for a full-back in the scrum cap. About 15 minutes to go in this contest. It's a 6-point game in favour of mid-district, but Monmouthshire County really have grown as time has gone by. And they will have an opportunity, I'm sure, to go for the win. And this ball's returned by Tom Morgan. Held up, his Webber, or his ball, I should say, in assistance. Crossfield kick into no man's land. The line of green shirts following up. That's a ropey pass. It needs to be dealt with quickly with Adam Phillips all over the blue defence. Oh, that's a cheap penalty to give away.
Ooh, that was lucky.
Ball's been taken quickly. Bassett. Pull back. Even though mid-district have been in control of the scoreboard from the off, there's a feeling there's some nerves out there now. They're not completely in control of this contest. Oh, it's knocked on.
Anything could happen now, Wayne.
Yeah. But should this have been played on? I think his feet were in or over touch on the floor before he jumps. If he'd have jumped in the field of play, maybe play should have continued. Anyway, from Monmouthshire County, they've relieved the pressure, or they win the line out just about, but it's knocked backwards. Good work by Kirk Lewis on the floor. The referee's hand is out once again. And the replacement second row, David Hefford, penalised.
Patience is what's needed here now.
That's a decent nudge downfield. There's a change being made by Monmouthshire County. The try scorer, I believe, Dan Greenway. He's not too sure yet, but his evening is about to come to an end. Stephen Osborne, yeah, there we go. Of course, Stephen Osborne is onto the field.
And Dimmick has got to find his man here, hasn't he?
Oh, go front, Osborne. Just about gets the lift in to help. Now then, Corey Burton. Is this Monmouthshire's opportunity to try and get a score and take the lead for the first time? Hands using the back line. There are numbers out there straightening up. Lewis Bassett bursting into the 22. Advantage being played. It's gone backwards. Now this will be an interesting call.
They'll take the 3 points, surely.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what they do here.
Well, it's
3 points or go for the...
It's 2 penalties for a draw, obviously. Or do they go and take this game by the scruff of the neck?
Good interplay there between Aneurin Williams and Bassett.
Personally, I'd tap and go. You only play on here once, go for it. Keep possession of the ball, tap and go.
I think those burly gentlemen in mid-shot, I think they'd rather go for the scrum. tie in the mid-district 8, and let's see what the backs can do in defence.
Oh, they're going for it. They're not going to be negative and take the 3. They're going to go for the scrum.
I think they see this as an opportunity to get back into the game and maybe take the lead if they get a converted try, if they go over.
And it is unbelievable to think. Mid-district, 18 points up after approximately 8 minutes. And that lead has slowly been eroded. Another penalty to follow. Taken quickly. Oh, Monmouthshire County, a metre short. Around the corner, overran.
No,
Osborne is over. Osborne has scored. And Monmouthshire County have backed themselves, and they're over for a 3rd try. And with the conversion to come, the boys in blue could find themselves ahead.
Oh, what a turnaround. Great drive and the pickup. Yeah, quickly taken. Knew exactly where he was going, didn't he? Pat James. Thank you very much, says Stephen Osborne. I'll have that.
Yeah, the replacement second row is a bit of a lump. Converted by Aneurin Williams. And now Monmouthshire County are ahead by a single point. Mid-district 21, Monmouthshire County 22.
Well, that puts a different complexion on the Go.Compare Player of the Match award. But what did I say? What a turnaround. And our mid-district going to be thwarted for the 2nd year running.
Yeah, we saw in the Scarlets game over the weekend, man of the match from a 6-minute performance from the replacements. Could we have a similar scenario here?
Now then. No thought of going for the scrum here.
Have we got times for remaining time? Cheers. So, mid-district want to regain the lead. They're going to go for the sticks. Yeah, knocked on. And it's so difficult, isn't it, to hold yourself back from playing the ball. But Dimmick sticks a toe out. And Jordan Jones hasn't been 100% today. And with the pressure on this one and the angle, it's not guaranteed, far from it. 12-ish. Jordan Jones, he's pulled that one wide. That's a 3rd penalty he's missed.
third penalty, 2 tries gone begging for mid-districts as well. They could have had this match sewn up before half-time.
Yeah, definitely a game of 2 hours, isn't it?
It certainly is. But there's still time, just the 1 point in it.
So it's a dropout restart on the 22 for Monmouthshire County. They're taking their time. Pumped long downfield by Aneurin Williams.
It was a close game back in February when they played. There's only 5 points in it. The mid-district winning 25-20, and that was a close one, went down to the wire.
That's even closer at the moment. It's knocked on the floor. And again, must be said, Kirk Lewis in blue. He's been impressive throughout the game. Even when Monmouthshire was struggling in the first half, he seemed to be the catalyst for anything good.
Yeah, he had a quiet opening quarter, then he burst into life, didn't he? Within sight of the half-time, got the try that brought Monmouthshire County back into it, and he's been in the thick of everything in this second half.
But it does seem, we were speaking about Jordan Williams and Matthew Lewis, the centre partnership for mid-district. It seems that they've gone quiet. They haven't had much ball or attacking ball to run at that Monmouthshire County defence.
I think Macaulay Dimmock has made a world of difference, really. He's solid in the scrum. He's found his men in the line-out.
That's a good kick, probing kick downfield. And it's going to be Rhys Bow to return it. Green shirts trying to put it into space in the wide channels. A high tackle in there. So the free play for the green shirts. Not much assistance out wide, so it's kicked long downfield by Tom Morgan. So back for the original penalty, 10 minutes remaining. 1 point game here at the Principality Stadium. The road to Principality, supported by Go.Compare.
Yeah, Monmouth went for a high risk, high reward, and it certainly paid off. You know, in the lead by 1 point. It's going to be an interesting 10 minutes.
Yeah, and just reading the names of the clubs in this Monmouthshire side, you've got Abercarn, Nantaglo, Blaenau, Newport, Saracens, Rumney, Abertyswg, Fleur-de-Lis, Whiteheads. Names that we've all heard of, but very rarely do we get the opportunity to see them play, let alone have to look at the map to see where they are.
It's a big district to pick from, and you've got to take your hats off to both team managers and committees of both teams. You know, trying to pick a team is difficult, especially when the clubs have got games on Saturday. So, take me out of to Bryn Parker and Roy Wilkinson, and Peter Owens, who was a stalwart of the community game.
Good break by mid-district down left-hand side. Kieran Hill on the shoulder of Adam Phillips.
Yeah, the 2 sevens have shown up, haven't they? The 2 captains. Yeah, competition for places should be keener after this, Chris, I would have thought. Chance to play at the Millennium, at the Principality Stadium.
Yeah, it's great, and I hope people back home are watching this on the internet, and it's going to raise interest. And like I said earlier on, it's important we help to grow the community game and the women's game as well. We're really keen to get the women's competition up and running next year, so that'd be great if we can do that as well.
More 3G pitches was needed.
Yeah, they're difficult to get hold of at this moment in time, especially the weather we're having.
Yeah, it's fair to say the Principality pitch has held up well over the last week or so. He'll have some time to recover after Saturday. Have a week's break. Ball's won by David Hefford. It's spilt forward. Mid-district. That becomes sloppy and disjointed. And Monmouthshire enjoyed the scrum in the last 10, 15, 20 minutes. And they won't mind packing down again here.
Yeah, they've come back into the game really well, haven't they, considering the first half they got off to a slow start.
Yeah, I think they were still on the bus, weren't they, really? Fed in, solid base. Kick downfield, but was it taken back into 22? Not according to the refereeing team. No, my error, sorry. There's the angle from up here, Win.
It's easily done. You notice that I didn't comment.
But it's only a 5-metre gain. Ball's won by Hefford. Good rolling wall, winning ground. It's breaking up. Oh, it's turned over. Monmouthshire County doing well.
Well, we'll have a chat, but maybe Kirk Lewis, sad and blue, potentially.
Shall we've got a
You got
short
Kirk Lewis, you got Matthew Lewis, Jordan Williams. There's a couple of players who put their hands up at this moment in time.
Yeah, for the Player of the Match award, certainly there have been. Because we did award earlier in the week when a Player of the Match award to the losing team, which is rare these days.
Yes, it happened a few times. I seem to recall the Islanders against the Tavy Timberwolves, the under-18 girls match, the Hub Clusters, and it was the Islanders player that got the nod, despite ending up on the losing side.
Oh,
Kirk Lewis has led by example as captain. He's kept his team motivated in the second half and got him back into the game.
yeah, Adam Phillips, the mid-district captain, wearing 7 himself, over eager to try and get his hands on the ball, giving away a cheap penalty. Monmouthshire County finding touch. We've got 3 minutes remaining in this final mid-district 21, Monmouthshire County 22.
You never know. I've seen that.
It could all change again. Only takes a second to score a try. It's knocked on or knocked backwards. Backwards. Phillips. Please of turnover ball from the blue shirts, but it's there. Shirts in green looking to go wide. Players flying up in defence. Oh, knocked on by Matthew Lewis. A standout performer for Mid-District in the first half with a brace of tries. And this game is slowly slipping out of the hands of Mid-District. Oh, just takes his eye off the ball, looks up, doesn't he?
What a lovely pass that was from Daryl Jones, wearing 18 there. Lovely spin pass in broken play.
Yeah, the tight head prop.
So can Monmouthshire hold out?
Good scrum again by Monmouthshire County. That's one area of play that's really turned a corner.
Yeah, the replacements have made such a difference, haven't they, for the county?
He flash it back towards the narrow side.
I don't think this will go far somehow.
No.
It's great to see both teams now playing within the spirit of the game and using all the replacements, giving the boys an opportunity to play in the stadium as well.
Monmouthshire County down to 14 in injury midfield, thinks Lewis Bassett holding his hamstring. Ball's held on the turf. Now then, has Jordan Jones got the distance? It's a long old kick.
You need to pull hard on his laces and make sure that they're tied tightly.
He's going for the corner.
It's a good effort.
Yeah, it's not a bad effort. Into the 22. Still a long way out for the forwards to truck it up all the way. And Lewis Bassett still receiving treatment on the halfway line. So with 90 seconds or maybe less on the clock. 14 blue shirts have to hold out. Again, 15 green shirts. 1 point. The difference, oh, it's one. It's stolen at the front of the line. Kicked away into touch again. And that is the final play. And that is the win to Monmouthshire County. Fantastic comeback by the men in blue. Mid-district. 18 points to the good after 8 minutes. And somehow or other, Monmouthshire County found their feet and they found a way to victory. And let's talk about the Player of the Match award, sponsored and supported by Go.Compare. I think we can see him on the screen there.
Well, there were two number 7s in that shot, and I think, Chris, one of those guys is going to be awarded the Go.Compare Player of the Match, and I think we're looking at him.
Yeah, Kirk Lewis, captain of Monmouthshire County, led by example. Got his team back into the game in the second half. Great performance. A great game overall, I think, you know, for the neutral watching that. Game of 2 halves, as they say, but a fantastic advert for community rugby.
Yeah, super game. Kirk Lewis with a first try for Monmouthshire County, which came late in the first half. And Monmouthshire did threaten towards that latter period in the opening 40. And they were led by the performance of Kirk Lewis. And tries by Dan Greenway and Stephen Osborne, bringing victory to Monmouthshire County. Buddugoliaeth i'r Cysau Glas, Sir Fynwy y sgôr terfynol. The final score, Mid-District 21, Monmouthshire County 22. A gêm ardderchog, Gwyn, mae rhaid ni grynhoi.
Mid-district, mae'n rhaid chi deimlo dros yn yr ail flwyddyn yn olynol, yn edrych yn gryf ac yn edrych i bod nhw am gipio y tlws, ond yn y diwedd yn gorfod ildio ar pwysau a'r eilyddio, dwi'n teimlo, gyda Sir Fynwy benodol yn gwneud y gwahaniaeth, yn cadw pwyll ac yn datrys y problemau yn y leiniau a'r sgrymiau ac yna cicio a Neirin Williams hefyd wrth gwrs. A troi nhw ar ben ffordd.
Mae rai sôn bod Mid-District illa ni fod yn gofidio'r cyfleuon gollon nhw yn yr hanner cyntaf, yn y ddwy hanner. Jordan Jones yn methu tair ymdrech tuag at y pyst.
Ond y ddwy ymdrech ar ddiwedd yr hanner cyntaf yn doedd, tasen nhw wedi cipio'r rheini a'r cais yna i
Ciara Richards yn hanner cyntaf.
Mi fydden nhw dros y bryn ac allan o'r golwg.
Ie, felly llongyfarchiadau unwaith eto i Sir Fynwy. Y pencampwyr yn y gystadleuaeth yma. A fel ys Wyn yn sôn, Mid-District yn colli yn y rownd derfynol am ail flwyddyn yn olynol. Ond dwi'n siŵr fydden nhw'n ôl unwaith eto i gystadlu wrth i ni gyd obeithio bod y gystadleuaeth yma yn nerth i nerth efo fwyaf o'r siroedd traddodiadol yn dod yn ôl i chwarae gyda'i gilydd. So Mid-District 21, Sir Fynwy 22 y sgôr terfynol.
We mentioned, didn't we, Chris, how Mid-District looked like a club side at half-time, but when the Blues got the bit between their teeth, I mean, you know, they really went for it and fully deserving in the end of the victory.
Yeah, like a game of 2 hours, really. Like I said earlier, you know, Mid-District, like a club team, good combinations with their centres, started off really strong. Monmouthshire County made a few replacements, come back into the game, and you know that last penalty there, they decided to go for gold. No, high risk, high reward. They didn't go for the kick at goal, they went for the 7 points, and that's what won them the game.
I'm sure I heard a couple of people call for posts as well in that area of the field.
I'm a firm believer when you get in that position, if you want to win the game, go for it. And that's what they done, you know, fair dues to them.
And on a day like this, in a cup final at the Principality, you cannot but go for gold, and they've come back with the treasure trove as well.
Yeah, it's great. You know, some of these players are going to be back here next weekend with Newport Saracens and Blaina, so it's good for them players.
So Kirk Lewis will be going for the double, and Ewan Burrows.
Yeah, that's right. Kirk Lewis, Newport Saracens here next week. And there was a man there waiting to present the medals who will have
appreciated the efforts of both teams. Terry Cobner, the president of the Welsh Rugby Union, had word with him the other day coming up in the lift and asked him how did he enjoy it. Do you know what he said? I really enjoyed that DC Thomas Cup, which was the under-11s.
Oh, he's a great guy, Terry Cobner. I know he used to work with the union, and he's now the president, icon of the game. And it's nice to see him here tonight presenting the trophies.
Yeah, part of the presentation party, Terry Cobner, Bryn Parker and John Manders, giving the medals to the runners-up, Mid-District.
I'm sure Mid-District are disappointed. Have been here 2 years in a row, but no, it's a great occasion for these boys to play on the stadium, win or lose.
Yeah, Jordan Williams receiving his medal, played well, especially in the first half, the architect to those Mid-District tries. Jordan Jones, he was laser sharp, wasn't he, in his early kicking performance, but just lost his radar. And they will be disappointed, of course. 2 visits, 2 defeats. Not a record you want. But then again, he will be back on another day. The men in green.
Yeah, fairness for Monmouthshire County, you know, digging in there. You know, a lot of teams could have given up at half time, but you know, they dug in, come back. Yeah. Key replacements being made, and worthy winners.
Yeah, at one point in the early stages, you're thinking it's going to be a cricket score here. 18 points after 8 minutes. The floodgates had opened, but they well and truly were shut from then on. There he is, McCoy Dimmock, receiving his medal. So where will this trophy be kept then? Who's going to get the privilege of keeping this? So it's going to stay in at the Principality?
I think it normally goes round to the boys' clubs, so they'll take it around their clubs with presentation evenings and all that, and then I'd put it in the safe hands of Peter Owens.
I wonder if there'll be any lager in the cup before the end of the evening. Good to see the families get involved as well. And of course, the management side, without the management and the team managers who give up their time, the teams wouldn't be able to participate here, of course.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get a team together. You know, there's so many clubs to pick from, injuries and getting players released, especially when they get a game on Saturday. So all credit to both teams, team managers, committees and all the volunteers behind the scenes, because without the volunteers, events like this wouldn't happen. And a big thank you to the WRU community team, as I've already mentioned, for allowing us to play this game on the stadium tonight. It's a fantastic occasion.
So there we are, Monmouthshire County, Sir Fynwy yn barod I dderbyn y gwpan, waiting to receive the cup, the WRU Men's Inter-District Cup. And we can see Kirk Lewis in the background, having his photo taken with Terry Cobner. And duly taking his position in front of his teammates. Llongyfarchiadau. Many congratulations to Monmouthshire County, winners of the WRU Men's Inter-District Cup. So a superb evening here at the Principality Stadium. Mid-District 21, Monmouthshire County 22. The boys in blue came back right to the end to win this one. In a superb game of rugby. The celebrations will go on long into the night. But for us, let's have a look at the highlights.